In this short screencast, I'm going to show you how to import data into R. First of all, I've got R open, RStudio. I'm going up to Tools, and I'm going to go to Global Options, and I'm hopping down here. Can you see this pane layout? So I'm going to click on there because I want my source to be here, my console to be here. This is environment and history, and this is about files and packages and help. So I'll just apply that and say OK. And then up here, I've clicked this. Up here, you've got to minimize and maximize. So I've maximized that corner. So this is now my source. Over here is my console. And when you first open it, you just get about the versions and the licensing of R. So you don't have to worry about that. So when you run something, like I might just put to myself, this is putting in a comment. So first of all, I use the hash, and I might say demonstration of importing data into RStudio. There's several ways we can do this, but in fact, let's put a couple of other comments. I'm going to using a data file in the form of a CSV. Now, I'm assuming you know how to do this. If not, I might have to do some more to show you, those of you not that familiar with Excel. But those of you that are, you've already got this particular one we're using for Workshop 2. So I'll just put another note up here. Workshop 2, we use a survey.csv file. It's actually a capital S, and as you know, it's very case sensitive, so we do need to have it the same. So what I'm going to do, I've just put that there. The next step, it's quite easy. We'll go up to Tools again, and if you click on Tools, you'll say you can see that it says Import Dataset. And in fact, I'm going to do it from a text file because the CSV is a type of text file. It's just a comma separated value, a CSV. So when I go like that, and then I'm actually just searching through my files to find that, but in yours it might be somewhere different. So I'm just hopping here to Workshops for Externals, and then my survey data here. Yeah, I've clicked on it. Now all you do there is click on it. So wherever you've got your particular survey.csv file, which you may have stored on your hard disk somewhere, when I first come in, it pops up this import data set, right? The name is correct, survey. And then it asks me, does this have a heading, yes or no? And if you look here, you can see the top line is the variable names. So we say yes. The separator is a comma, yes, we know that. And if there was any decimals, it would be using the period or the full stop. Yes, that's correct. And so if you look down here, this is the data as the comma separated values. So you've got male, comma, 173 centimeters, comma, mass, all of those things. And the data looks fine. And if you slide down there, you can see to the bottom. If you wanted to look across, you can use this bar to have a look across at the data. Okay. What it shows you down here is with this current setup here in the top left, this is what we're going to be pulling in. And we'll just see if that makes sense. Now you can see at the top we've got the highlighted variable names. That's good. And we seem to have they seem to be coming in nicely there. So let's just see. If we slide this across, it all looks like the variables make sense, okay? Satisfied, mode, minutes, and the campus. Good. So if that looks fine to you, you can say import. Now, two things to notice. First of all, we've got this popped up here, survey. It's come in as a sort of spreadsheet into R. That's fine. What I actually want to do is pop back here to this, which is I'm in the source part over here, and I want to sort of be in here because that's where I'm doing my work. You can see I've got a spelling up there, sorry about that. So the other thing you'll notice, when I did that import command, over here, it actually did that. It said, here's some, sorry, I'm just showing you here. So what I might do is I'll take this file, these two lines, Control C to copy, bring it over here, and do Control V to paste. All right, because it's rather long, I might split it. I might just put a break in there because there we go. Now I can see that all in one line. And I haven't put any extras in there. You can see it's just as is. So the key thing is survey, and I might put a note here. It's brought it in for me already, but now I can save that, and it's actually got exactly where my where I've got that particular file. In your case, it will be different. So the first line is survey is the name of my data set, okay, in R. And if you notice, the other thing I'm going to note here is this less than dash is the assign. It's called the assign. It's the assign command, and then you're saying what you've assigned to that. And so the part that says read.csv is an R command, and then inside the brackets is what we're going to read in. So that's reading in data from a particular location or directory. Okay, so that's one way you can do it. And the other thing is, you'll see over here, just to make it nice for you, there's view survey, and because when you do that command as import, it immediately gives you the view survey. Again, if I ran this command now, it would show me the survey. So that's why it popped up into this area. Now, what I'd like to do now is to save this. This is unsaved because it's red, okay, with a star against it. So now I want to file, save as, and I'm going to go into my teaching area, and here I'm going to save it as external week 1R. I'll actually call that workshop 2R because I want it to be different. So I'll save that, and now you'll see that this is saved. So I've got it over here. If I look at my files, I've got that saved. That's really all I wanted to show you. A couple of things you can learn from that. So you could do structure of survey. Now remember, your data is called survey with a capital S. If I do that, it's going to show me, oh, there we go, over here in the console. So the reason we're writing it over on the left-hand side in the source is so that we've got saved those things. We can use it again without having to type it all over again. But the output comes over here in the console area. So what it says, it's a data frame of 200 observations of 17 variables, and the first observation is sex, factor with 2 levels, male and female, and it actually tells you that this is the first and second and third values. Then it tells you, so you've got some things that are factors. Height is a number, numeric. Pulse rate is an integer. The difference between number and integer really is that integers usually are just without any decimals. And numbers, you can go into decimals. So it brings it in as it sees the data, and you can change those things. Obviously things like handedness, you've either got left or right, so it's called a factor because it's a categorical variable. The factor is a categorical variable. Whether you've, I can't remember the question about kissing, but there's a yes or no answer. This is the favourite superpower, and there's 5 levels, and so on. So if this is just to show you how to get the data in, and then you go to demo 2 and try out some of the, I'll just save that. Go to demo, so the next thing to do is to go to the demonstration and work through with the data, with this data. You may not get exactly the same values as in the demonstration because it depends which survey data was pulled in, but the main thing is for you to see how you can do tables, how you can look at proportions, and what you can do with R for categorical data. So that's over and out, and I'll save this into Blackboard for you.